The project that I'd like to talk about is the new Woodneath branch library. That facility is the latest and most technologically advanced facility in the Mid-Continent Public Library System. I'm familiar with that project since I served as project manager for Larson, Binkley. Mid-Continent Public Libraries operates 35 libraries which serve approximately 800,000 people in the Kansas City metropolitan area. In the early 2000s, they were searching for an additional property to construct a new library facility for the rapidly growing population in North Kansas City, Missouri. And in 2005, they were able to find such a piece of land. It's located approximately 5 miles west of Liberty, Missouri. I think the most unique thing about that property is the fact that it dates back, or ownership dates back approximately 150 years. It goes to the 1850s. That was the Arnold family. They were the original homesteaders of the property. They constructed those buildings in 1855. And another interesting aspect is the fact that the owner elected to utilize the 1855 house as part of the new library project. That particular house is listed as a historical place on the National Register of Historic Places. The HVAC system that was selected for the new Woodneath branch library was unique in that we selected an underfloor air distribution system. Early in the project, the owner expressed a need for flexibility with the system. They indicated that they often will move bookcases, furniture, and even equipment. So we informed them that a UFAD system might be a good option for them because of its flexibility. When they move furniture or equipment, it's simply a matter of relocating devices. For example, the UFAD system has air diffusers that are actually located in the floor. The air system is delivered from the floor. Same thing with the power and data. So as furniture moves, as equipment moves, it's simply a matter of relocating those devices to coordinate with the new layout. So there are 3 advantages for the owner with the UFAD system. Number 1 is flexibility for the owner's requirements. Number 2, comfort for the occupants. And then finally, energy savings in terms of energy usage. The basic HVAC systems, or at least the primary components that we utilized for Woodneath, were a couple of 100-ton chillers and then 3 air handling units which were mounted outside the building. Early on during the preliminary discussions with the owner and the architect, they expressed a concern about limiting the amount of equipment on the roof. There were a couple of reasons for that. Number 1 was aesthetics. They didn't want patrons to be able to look up at the roof from ground level and see mechanical equipment, nor did they want to screen that equipment. So they wanted to just make sure that it was very limited and what was up there couldn't be seen from the ground. So what we ended up with were exhaust fans, which we had to have roof mounted. Those were serving the restrooms, and 1 small condensing unit which served a direct expansion system dedicated to space within the library below. So since we couldn't utilize rooftop equipment, we provided the air handling units that I mentioned earlier. We had 2 on the south end of the building and then 1 on the north end of the building. So those were the primary components of that system. There were a couple of design challenges that we were faced with. The first one being the overall length of the building from north to south. The building was quite long. So with air handling units on each end, north and south end of the building, we had quite a bit of distance where we had to distribute air from the unit to the center part of the library. One of the concerns we had was a rise of supply air temperature from point A to point B. So the way we were able to overcome that was by adding air barriers below the raised access floor. By doing that, we minimized the heat gain to that supply air. The other thing that the air barriers did for us, it isolated each of the air handlers into its own zone. Air handling unit number 1, 2, and 3 each had their own zones, so there was no crossover from one of the air distribution systems to the other system. The library opened in 2013, June of 2013. So we've gone through a summer season, a fall and winter season, and we've had extreme temperatures. very hot during the summer, and we've had some extremely cold temperatures this winter. The owners reported back to us that the system's been operating very well as designed, and they're very happy with the results of that system. The HVAC system has met the owner's requirements for flexibility, but it's also provided a level of comfort for the patrons as well as the employees as they utilize the facilities.